Take a moment now to thank the angels in our community, men and women on the front lines of the coronavirus battle. People like Claudia Gonzalez and Anelis Alejandro from Christus Spohn EVS Cath Lab, and people like Corina Sines, a medical assistant in pediatrics in Kingsville, and Daryl Swirk, a firefighter in Portland. Again, thank you for all the incredible work you are doing out there.